Hi guys, this is Diane Gibson, your professor for Bio 150. The purpose of this video is to go over concept maps. I've already opened up our Blackboard shell in the Chapter 1 Learning Content folder, and you'll see right here that this concept map is a file attached type assignment. So if I click on that, it takes you to Connect Screen. And the instructions for the assignment are right here. So what you're going to do is open up the reference file that I've posted, and then you're going to complete that concept map and then add an additional 5 vocabulary words. So let's go ahead and open up this concept map. And it looks like this. The idea behind this concept map is to go through the steps of the scientific method. So what you'll do is look over here, it says what is an observation, and you'll decide which one of these is the observation that correlates with this concept map. So that's about the assignment itself. Now let me return to Blackboard and I will show you the page that I have posted that discusses concept maps a little bit more and how to create them. Right there, having trouble with your concept map. So let's go ahead and open that file. And it looks like this. And they're just basic instructions for constructing a concept map. The most commonly asked question I get about concept maps is, did I do this right? The good thing about concept maps is that they are a creative exercise. Generally speaking, there's no right way to do it. There's not one single way to create a concept map. You need to do what works best for you and what makes the most sense for you. Now, if you've never done a concept map before, I would encourage you to sit down with a friend and go through the example exercise, which is concept mapping the challenges of balancing college and life. So what you would do is have a conversation with somebody else about the challenges of balancing college and life, and think about what major themes or vocabulary words came up in your conversation and the relationship between these words. I'm going to scroll down and show you the example that I've posted. Okay, so this is a concept map about food, as you can see in big bold letters. So this person has created a concept map and it says food. Deprivation of food leads to starvation and famine. And then it gives different examples of that. The availability of food can be limited by climate, politics, economics, distribution. The amount of food produced can be increased by agricultural practices such as pesticides, genetics and breeding, the use of herbicides, irrigation, the use of fertilizer, etc., etc. You sort of get the idea of how this whole concept map thing is supposed to work. So this person has taken perhaps an entire chapter in their textbook or in the scientific paper that they've been reading and put it all in one visual representation on paper. And that's what they would use to study. And by looking at all of these vocabulary words and how they fit together, you've learned a lot in a very small amount of space, and it's visually represented, so it's easier to recall in your mind when you're being asked questions about this particular topic. So let's go back to the balancing college and life example, and I'm going to show you how to create a concept map using Word. At the top of your Word document, you're going to see different tabs. My tabs are cut off, but if you look, you'll see File, Home, Insert, Design, Page Layout, References, Mailings, Review, View, and Add-ins. So let's go over to the Insert tab, and then over here on the right, you'll see Text Box. And there are all sorts of text boxes that you can choose from. So I'm going to just choose the basic. I'm just going to put a big header. So balancing college and life. Okay, and then if I want to get fancy, I can highlight this. I can go back over to the Home tab and then maybe increase the font size, center it, change the text color. I want it to be green. I can go back to the Insert tab, or I can go back to the Format tab which should be highlighted now with, and it'll say drawing tools above it. I can shape fill. That's not such a great color. There we go. Shape fill. You know, if you want to get fancy, you can. You don't really have to. This is an exercise for you. Now, let's see. I'm going to go back to insert and then go over here to where it says shapes, and then I'm going to put an arrow. Drop the arrow, and then you can change the color of the arrow. You can give it different effects, how thick it is, etc., etc. I'm going to go back to insert. I'm going to put another text box. And I'm going to put money. We all know that money is very important in college and life. So I'm going to put money over here. And then, let's see, insert another text box. And I'm going to say that you have to have money. So you need money. And then another major theme that usually comes up in these concept maps is time. So I'm going to do another one that says time. And then I'm going to insert a shape. And we're going to use another arrow. Okay, and then maybe I'm just going to copy this. Okay. Okay, so in order to balance college and life, you need money, you need time. Well, what's the purpose of going to college? Maybe put another text box that says graduate with degree. And what's the purpose of getting a degree? To have a job, a good job, a well-paying job with good benefits. Okay. And then, okay. So in order to have money, most of us need a job. So I'm going to insert another arrow. To get money. To get a good job, you have to graduate with your degree. And then I'm going to insert, let's see, all right, so you're going to graduate with your degree to get a good job. And then maybe I'm going to take the boxes out. Let's go back to format, no outline, there. Format, shape outline, no outline, shape outline, no outline. There we go. Okay, that reads a little easier. Okay, so balancing college and life. You need time, you need money to get your degree to pay for college. So let's insert another arrow. Okay, once you get your degree, you get a good job. You get a good job so that you have money. I hope you sort of get the idea about concept mapping. Now, what I want you to do before you upload it is go to the File tab and then Save As. And then I usually choose my desktop, that way it's really easy to find. Let's see, Save As sample Cmap, save as sample Cmap, and then save as file type. I'd like you to save as a PDF, and then to your desktop, and then you just click save, and there it is, available for you to upload so that I can grade it. You don't have to use Word to create your concept map. You can also use Paint. Let me find Paint. This is a standard program on computers, and you can see here they've got text boxes, and you can go through that and pretty much do the exact same thing. Insert text, balance, college, and life. And there's all sorts of things that you can do with color and text and font, etc., etc. So the same thing, only this one will save as a JPEG, which is fine. So let's see here. Go to desktop, sample Cmap, okay, and then save as file type. I'd like you to change that to JPEG. Save and ready for upload. So it's not too difficult to do on your computer. I'd like to show you guys some samples of things that people have turned in. So here's one, scientific approaches, and you can see the arrows and the text boxes. So this one was done digitally, probably with Paint. Here's another one that uses color really nicely. One of the most important things that is often missing from student concept maps is the relationship between the words. So if you're missing this relationship, it's really hard to describe the words, and it's not as good of a study tool. So this person says observation and then literally defines observation in their own words, which is really good. And so I would recommend making sure that you focus on the relationship between the words. And then here's another one that's done by hand. This one's a little more difficult to read, but it is still possible. So if you do it by hand and take a picture to upload, just make sure that you're writing dark enough, preferably with pen and in a legible print so that I can look at it. But those were all really good examples of concept maps, and I hope that this video helps you get through that. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to email me. Thank you.